Hello everyone, my nickname is Awkward. I run a YouTube channel. I'm a former professional Overwatch player. I have been rank 1 multiple times in Overwatch, and as soon as I downloaded Marvel Rivals not too long ago, we're talking 3-4 days ago, I am already at the rank of Grandmaster 2. By the time you see this video, I'm probably gonna be Eternity. I've only played for 33 hours, mostly solo queue or with a friend of mine who also used to be an Overwatch player back in the day. So how am I able to be within top 500 in 33 hours? The answer is quite simple. I understand how video games work fundamentally. You don't play Marvel Rivals that different from Overwatch. And that's why I'm going to be an Eternity player with less than 40 hours played in this game. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Mantis, which is in my opinion the strongest support or strategist. I'm going to explain to you how to carry with Mantis in the most simple way possible. I'm going to explain this to you like you're a 5-year-old, and not because I question your intelligence, it's because if you've ever watched me in Overwatch, I'm the most educational Overwatch content creator, and people like the way that I explain, because I explain it in a very, very simple sense that even your 5-year-old nephew can understand. So let me explain briefly what Mantis does. You can see there are 4 leaves on the screen. They're technically called life orbs, but nobody cares. So, every time you use an ability, that leaf is down, and it slowly regenerates up. So, if I use damage boost on myself, which is essentially the most important ability of Mantis, why? Because when you use that ability, you essentially have extra damage boost, and Mantis already does a lot of damage. So damage boosting yourself is the most reliable way to carry. If you think that damage boosting your silver teammates is going to do anything, no, it won't. Does it mean that you're not going to use it? Yes, you will, but it's not going to do much, because the only person you can count on to win games is yourself. You always want to have the mindset and the attitude that if you lose, it's because of you, and if you win, it's because of you. Now, if you win, you should be proud because, oh my god, I carried a game. If you lose, you can take accountability. You should ask yourself, what could have I done better to win this game? Now, does that mean that all games are winnable? No, but it's not a good way to approach things. You should always treat every game as winnable. Sometimes you're gonna have teammates so horrible that doesn't matter what you do, you will lose. But you shouldn't be thinking that way. You should be thinking every game is winnable if I just play a little bit better, because that's the best way for you to improve. So, damage boosting yourself is the most reliable way to carry, because you can only count on yourself to actually properly hit the enemies and kill them and finish them off in order to carry your games. So, when should you heal your teammates? When your Doctor Strange is 475 HP instead of 500? No, when he's going to die if you don't heal them. So for example, you see he's taking damage, I heal him and continue doing damage. Well, damage boosting myself, of course. You always want to have the damage boost on yourself because, I explained, it's the most reliable way for you to carry. Always keep the damage boost on yourself pretty long, but every time you notice that you don't have the blue aura around you, just click it again. He's about to die, I click heals if I need maybe a couple times, and I keep shooting. Now, if you notice that every time I hit a headshot, a leaf is restored. Yes, a leaf is restored. Every time I hit a headshot, as you can see, a leaf comes back. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to land headshots in this game, and especially when you're sitting really, really far away. Now, it's very easy when they're not moving, but once they're moving, hitting shots from far away, especially at the head, is going to be extremely difficult. Which leads me to the point that you should not find yourself shooting from too far away. You always want to be reliably close. When I say reliably close, I mean in close proximity to the point that you're not going to die, yet you're not going to not hit shots because it's too far away. So let's say the enemies are here, and somebody can kill me from here, or I can get hooked by a Winter Soldier from here. Let's say I stand here and a Winter Soldier can hook me, I'll just be here. That's out of his hook range and in a good range that I can shoot. So we established you always want to use one leaf to damage boost yourself. You always want to use another leaf, somebody that is doing damage. Doesn't mean necessarily always a DPS or a duelist. Let's say your Spider-Man is going in, just damage boost him. But if you see your Spider-Man is not going in, for example, and you see your Doctor Strange going crazy, you damage boost Doctor Strange. Damage boost is not only good at the hands of a duelist, especially not the ones that don't know what they're doing or don't do damage. So you damage boost yourself, you damage boost an ally that is doing the most amount of damage at that specific moment, like Venom going in, Spider-Man going in, Winter Soldier getting a hook. You see that Hawkeye is charging up her arrow. You see that Hill is staying in a strong position. You want to damage boost them, and the heals, you just leave the people that are going to die if you don't heal them, and you just rinse and repeat. Basically, damage somebody that's doing damage, damage boost yourself most importantly, and keep the healing up to people that are going to die if you don't heal them. As you notice, you have another ability that is asleep, essentially click, and this guy goes to sleep for quite some time. I don't know how many seconds exactly, but quite some time. Now, why is this an important ability? Number one is that if somebody dives you, like, Mantis doesn't have movement abilities. So the only means of protection she has is, one, shooting back and hoping that she can kill the enemy, which she can reliably, because she does a lot of damage, especially with a self-damage boost. In 2 shots in the head, you can kill most characters. 2 or 3. But let's say Spider-Man is engaging me. All you have to do... Oh, I see Spider-Man coming in. He's asleep. And now when he's asleep, I can just shoot him 2 times in the head. Spider-Man engages me. Boom. He's asleep. I can run away, or I just kill him. Now, what is cool about the sleep is that it has an animation until somebody falls asleep. So if you do it fast enough, somebody will fall asleep and he can shoot them 2 times before they wake up. Like, see, I shot him 2 times, didn't even wake up. So what you'll do, 1, 2, 3. And on the 3rd shot, you'll wake up. Usually, after 2 shots, they'll wake up. Or if you're really, really slow, after 1 shot. But usually, the 2nd shot is also going to hit. Why? Because they still won't be able to move that fast. So every time somebody engages on you or a teammate, let's say you play with Doctor Strange and he's getting low and a Wolverine jumps at him, you can throw a sleep and help him out. And you always should be close enough for you to reliably hit your sleep ability. It's not even about the shot. Sleep is very difficult to hit from far away. As you can see, I missed. But from here, very easy. So you want to be within range to be able to throw your sleep reliably if you get dove on by a Black Panther, Spider-Man, or if somebody dives on a teammate like your other support or a duelist, you can just sleep them and make sure you can confirm the kill with them. The ultimate, a lot of people get the ultimate wrong. The only time you should be using your ultimate is quite simple. When somebody will die if you don't click your ultimate. Let's say I am low or he is low, boom, I pop your ultimate and immediately they healed up, I go do damage. Why am I so comfortable walking to the enemy team and doing damage? Because I'm having an ultimate that essentially makes me almost unkillable. Yes, you can get bursted down, you can get one-shot by Magneto ult or my Iron Man ulti, but still, you want to reliably go and do damage while your teammates are fine. Most people are just, oh, I need to heal my team with the healing and stay with them and shoot. Yes, if they're taking a bunch of damage, but most of the time, use the first second to heal your team up and then go play aggressive because your team, the enemy team, is not going to be shooting at your team when there's a Mantis shooting them in the face. And right before your ultimate is about to be over because it's relatively short, use the last second to disengage back to safety. Now you know the most important person that can carry your games is you, and you hold that mentality. How do you practically do it? What are the steps? The first thing we already established, you need to have high uptime. What is uptime? You need to constantly be doing something. Specifically with Mantis, it means doing damage. There shouldn't be a single second that you do not do damage. That means in the fight, it means before the fight you poke, maybe get a kill, maybe get some ult charge. You constantly want to do damage. If you sit and don't shoot for even a second in the fight, of course there are some exceptions, like let's say you're flanking, of course if you're respawning, of course if they're respawning and they're in the door and you can shoot, yes, I get that. But 90% of the time, you should be shooting. So now I'm going to go in a replay and I'm going to show you exactly and practically how it looks like. So this game, as you can see, I have 26 kills, 3 deaths, 14 assists. I was the MVP in this game. Every single person in this match could not surpass me in kills, and you can see I have 11k damage. What does support do 11k damage? Well, gives you the ability to carry on support, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Now, of course, as you can see, my Star-Lord, my Punisher do significantly more damage, and even my tanks do more damage, but that doesn't mean that my damage is not lethal, because while they do damage, it's much more difficult for them to confirm a kill because they don't have high burst damage, it kind of spreads out. There are 2 games that I want to show you, this one, and I'm going to teach you how to practically. You'll see one of the things that is most important is that I have high uptime. I constantly shoot either before the fight or after the fight. When do I not shoot? When I set up on an off angle or a flank, and I'm about to explain to you in very simple terms what off angling means. So off angling is essentially another point of pressure from your team. Most support players, I'm going to call it support, I'm not going to call it strategist, and I'm not going to call it healer. If you say the word healer, you're a bot. I'm sorry. If you will literally rank up from silver to gold if you just stop calling them healers and you call them supports. Because it's not a healer. You heal, but the most of what you do is damage. And by the way, if you notice, the hardest heroes to carry on are the ones that don't have damage. Like Rocket Raccoon. He doesn't have a lot of damage. So if you were to solo queue with Rocket Raccoon, it'd be very, very difficult for you to win games reliably. Because you don't have enough damage. When can you actually carry as Raccoon? When you have a Punisher duo, where you can just damage boost all the time. But Mantis, or even like Luna, or actually most supports can do damage, which means they can get kills, which means they can carry games. So immediately, as you see, Iron Man is moving forward, he's about to shoot, I damage boost him. And then I move to shoot, what do? I damage boost myself to shoot. I am the most important person on the team. I am the person responsible for winning and losing. If I lose, it's because of me. If I win, it's because of me. So I need to take matter into my own hands. So immediately, I take some damage, but notice why I don't die, because I'm using natural cover. What is natural cover? Anything around the map the enemies cannot shoot through. So for example, I'm standing here, everyone can see me. I'm standing here, nobody can shoot me. Why? Because just the floor acts as natural cover. This would be natural cover. A garbage can be natural cover. A shield can be natural cover. I mean, shield's not actually natural cover, it's a shield. A payload can be natural cover. A trash can, anything that takes the damage and not you is natural cover. So every time you're threatened, you should be using natural cover. Hide behind it. Basically, if you're shot, hide behind a wall for a second until you're good. That's why, by the way, you should always be playing next to natural cover when you're next to the enemies. If the enemies are not looking at you, you shouldn't care about natural cover, but if they're looking at you, within a second, you should be doing this. And all of a sudden, you're not dead. Notice, by the way, and that's the most important thing that you will learn here. Oh. Bridge broke, where do I go? The most important thing you will learn and how to carry your matches is most players, especially supports, they just sit behind the team, shoot, and heal. I, on the other hand, am able to hit the highest rank in the game in less than 40 hours. I don't sit behind my team when I can. I will start behind my team and will look for any opportunity to off-angle. What is an off-angle? Basically, any point of pressure separated from your team. So look where my team is. I don't know how to move the camera here. Just kind of look. Look, my team is here on the right, on the main. My tank is forward, main. Where am I? Creating an off angle, another point of pressure. Why do I do this? Because let's say the best way I can describe this, let's say they have a Doctor Strange with a shield. If you sit behind your team and they're shooting a shield, you will also be shooting a shield. But if you take an off angle, sometimes it's a soft off angle, like slide to the right, slide to the left. So for example, a soft off angle would be something like this. So let's say my tank is on the left, I'm here on the right. It's a short off angle. A hard off angle, on the other hand, is like going around here. I don't know how to move my camera, unfortunately, but you get the point. I'll walk all the way over here and create an angle. And a hard off angle essentially means they have to deal with me. They have to deal with me. If not, they will just die because my angle is too strong. So if Doctor Strange were to shield my Magneto, I just shoot from the off angle and shoot from the side of his shield. Cannot shield two places at once. That's why I create off angles. So if the enemies are looking at your team, you shoot them for free. If they're looking at you, your team shoot them for free. You create another point of pressure, which makes it very, very difficult for them to deal with you. And they have to allocate resources to either push you out or to protect themselves. Okay? So immediately I move to the off angle and I'm always damage boosted. And I damage my Magneto, by the way, that he's doing a decent amount of damage. Going up, creating an off angle. And look how much pressure I'm going to apply in a second. Look, Groot, the Groot wall cannot shield me. It would be able to shield me if I was with my team. But notice, I'm sitting on the high ground off angle and just shooting. And by the way, I have enough heals to protect my teammates. But because of the off angle, look how much damage I've managed to do. And now I'm back to my team because essentially the off angle doesn't provide any value anymore. But notice, I'm never with my team. I'm close enough that I can heal them and run back to them if I need help. And I always keep enough distance so the enemies cannot catch me. So you see, as you can see, they have a Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier cannot hook me. I'm out of his range. I'm always keeping myself close enough so I can reliably hit my shots, but not close enough for them to be able to kill me. See, Magneto on the left, I create an angle from the right. I use my sleep by accident. I don't know, kind of by accident. But always trying to create angles. Look. There's the wall. My Magneto is here on the left. I'm kind of trying to help him make sure that everybody's healed up. I'm kind of slow to do something here. I kind of don't like the way that I approach this, but there's a Winter Soldier, by the way. What is Winter Soldier doing? Sorry, Punisher. What is he doing? Creating an off angle. I miss my sleep, but I have to deal with him. But notice that I can't push because there's a Punisher sitting over there. So what am I supposed to do? I need to contest him. But the great thing about Mantis is he can literally deal more damage and he can kill enemy DPS. So what I'll do is I'll walk over here. I'll pop my ultimate because I saw that my Magneto was low. And then I go and kill him. Every time you use your ultimate, you want to use your ultimate when you or your team are about to die. Use the first second to heal them up, and then you just go super aggressive. Why? Because you're not going to die. Immediately, an off angle. Pay attention. Pay attention. Off angle immediately. Not sitting behind my team, trying to find any angles and catch the enemies that are separated one by one. Adam, isolated by himself, killable. But notice, the only reason why I'm able to shoot Groot and able to shoot Adam is because they're busy with the main angle, which is where my team is. Again, what do I do? Not walk behind my team. And by the way, this is the concept of Uptime. Fight is over. What do I do? Oh, the tank, please go in, tank. Please go in. No, I'm like a Chad. You know, damage before the fight. I walk by myself. I do damage before the fight. I don't care where my tank is. I need to do damage all the time. Look, I know there's an opening. I saw a staller walk over there. I'm not afraid to take a 1v1. I'll go. No problem. I can win against 1v1 against Star-Lord when I have my sleep. He's running away from me, ironically. Spreading angle, I missed my sleep. It's fine. My mechanics on sleep are not the greatest yet. But notice, by the way, I was on the left. Technically, the left is a hard off angle. Some would say it's a flank. They notice me. I immediately go back. I don't want to give them the opportunity to kill me. Because I'm isolated. I want to be isolated for too long. Always doing damage. Always doing damage. Making sure that everybody's okay. I notice they use ultimates. I keep my distance. And once I realize I'm fine, again, moving from kind of the off angle. I mean, I went to the right by myself, but my Magneto joined me, which was essentially fine. Sometimes when you go to the off angle, people will follow you. But immediately I switch my position, I go to the left. Make sure my Magneto is okay. But notice, by the way, why am I not dead to everyone? Because I'm using natural cover. Notice, they looked at me, they shot at me. What did I go behind? Went behind this natural cover. And but notice something. I'm constantly doing damage. Constantly am doing damage. And nobody died because I didn't heal them. I mean, I'm trying my best. I'm healing. And again, going back to the off angle. Somebody shot me. Immediately went back to cover. I didn't understand where I was getting shot from like a noob. That's fine. I noticed we're on the defensive. I saw Magneto took some half HP. I gave myself the opportunity to use my ulti and just go in and find a kill. I missed my sleep, but that's fine. Because I have my ultimate, what am I going to be afraid of? Rocket Raccoon? I'll go take the 1v1. Easy. And notice how I'm literally flanking over here. Look how much damage I'm providing. Look how much utility I'm providing. That was a big mistake, by the way. Notice, the only reason why I've died is open space. Look where I'm standing. Wait, 1 second. Let me bring this back 5 seconds. Look at my position here. Like, what is that? Think about it. What is that? Middle of the point, no cover, in front of Groot, in front of 2 tanks. What should have I done? Instead, boom, walk here. And now, I wouldn't have died to Star-Lord. Groot is out of range to actually push me. He can do damage, but I can just, go here. Boop, go here. Use the walls as cover. If he pushes me, I just run away. Could have kept more distance, could have used cover better, but still maintaining my off angle and high uptime. That was a mistake that I've noticed, but we can also learn from my mistakes. So again, shoot, shoot, shoot. I've noticed, I run away. And immediately, I take cover. Why do I take cover? To stop taking damage. I notice my team is okay. I mean, he just died in a second. Nothing I could have done. Immediately walk to the off angle. Why? To apply pressure. I see a bunch of mines. I see that my team is not really pushing in, so I'm just taking the time to destroy the mines. In hindsight, maybe I should have done something else, but it's fine. Can't really help him. Just waiting for something to happen. Boom. And immediately I go in. Actually, again, that was a big mistake. I'm not sure what I just did. I just walked in front of 4 enemies, and again, no natural cover, and I just died. That's a big mistake. Again, look what ends up happening. I noticed my team was pushing in. I was like kind of desperate to do something because I haven't done anything in a very long time. But look what ends up happening. Just drop behind them in front of a bunch of enemies. No cover, no nothing. Instead, what if I just dropped here and shot from here and then use this as cover and use a jump pad to get out, to get up and run away? Would have been a lot better. Apply pressure. But I didn't think of it at the time. It was a mistake. And that's fine. Can't always play perfect. But that's my bad. Nobody else's. It's not tank didn't go in, DPS didn't shoot. It was me. Trolling, essentially. But let's move on. So, this is the close range map. Immediately, I walk out. I damage boost my Punisher, Star-Lord, because it's the beginning. I don't need that many leaps. And damage boost myself. And what do I do? Immediately, slight off angle. My team's on the left. I go to the right. Destroy the Penny Parker beacon. And I keep doing damage to the chokes. Notice how much damage I managed to do in this short time. I have my ultimate. I kind of want to play for it. My team is playing too passive. So I spam and get some more leaves, hopefully. And you'll see in a second how I'm going to create an off angle. I'm going to fight the Star-Lord with my Star-Lord because we both create an off angle. But notice how much damage I'm able to provide from the off angle. Look, just because I'm not sitting my team and creating an off angle, look how much damage. Because Groot is walling my team, and because he's walling my team, I can shoot from the angle that he's not walling. I'm trying to assess the situation over here. I heard a Punisher roll. They want to go in too far forward. And notice that I saw Punisher doing damage. I went to kill. Boom. Star-Lord's not paying attention. I go for him. He's dead. Starlord not paying attention, flanked, dead. That's the power of Mantis. You can literally kill a duelist, especially when they're not paying attention. Off angle the Groot, dead. This is actually an exceptional round for me. You'll see. Constantly shooting, before the fight, in the fight, creating angles, creating flanks. And by the way, a great way to use your ultimate, if you have been watching me on Overwatch, Zenyatta, you have your ultimate, you can flank and use your ultimate to get away reliably. I don't know what I was trying to do here. I thought he could break down. He could, but it took me too long. Before the fight starts, I go help my friend over here. And because I have my ultimate, I'm not that afraid to play aggressive because worst case scenario, I just click Q. So here I kind of disengaging because we're all taking too much damage. I don't want to play it. Just waiting. That was me clicking Q2 super late. But as soon as I click Q, what did I do? Go in. Not afraid. What am I afraid of? My team are all in positions. My teammates are all in positions that they don't need the healing. They're fine. But if I run in their face, they're all going to be looking at me. So my team is not going to die. We also have another support. But bear in mind. Immediately trying to seek an off angle. I see my Starlord shooting to the right. I try to find an angle on the left. We'll see what happens here. We'll see. So, my team is finding main. What do I do? When the enemy team is paying attention to my team, I decide, let's go for a flank. Wanna know why I'm able to do so? Because I also have my sleep. Very important to know that you should not find yourself flanking enemies when you don't have your sleep, because that's your only means of protection. Let's see what ends up happening. While they're busy, flanked, I missed the sleep. I noticed that I missed the sleep. I noticed they might be turning around. I disengage. I didn't get the kill, but I forced some research. Look, Groot turn around. They use some cooldown to get away. But notice I'm always looking around. Who needs healing? Who needs damage boost? Who needs healing? Who needs damage boost? But damage is always on myself. How is the Starlord not killing me? Because I'm using natural cover. I notice this guy. Immediately sleep him. Go for the kill from the flank. Make sure they're healed up. Oh, doesn't die unfortunately, but it's fine. But notice how I'm keeping a very aggressive angle. Constantly healing. Constantly paying attention to who needs healing. Look, I got a kill. Penny Parker not paying attention, looking at the front line. Boom, flanked. I also have my sleep, so nothing to worry about. My sleep isn't too, actually. I flanked them. I flanked them and got a kill because they're not paying attention. And I managed to get almost 3 kills from that flank. Single-handedly, I carried this team fight. Single-handedly, I carried the team fight by waiting for my team to make contact with the enemy team. Make sure that nobody needs healing. Boom, go for the flank. They're not paying attention. I can get 3 headshots in. They turn around, push me, boom, sleep, run away, boom, sleep, get a kill. And even if I don't want to use abilities and I notice that from when I'm flanking or off angle, they're all looking at me and pushing at me, I'll just go away. I don't need to continue, I don't need to commit. Why is the Punisher almost dead? Look at the Punisher's HP. I think I hit him like 3 times. Why? Because he was looking at my team, off angle. Here, unfortunately, I thought they were gonna touch, so I wanted to go into my ultimate and try to kill them. I don't know why I did that, that was a pretty big mistake. However, let's move on. So I'm starting my team because there's no real off angle here. There's no real off angle here because they're all standing at a choke point. There's no real off angle. I just spam at the choke and just waiting for something to happen. Notice how I'm always looking back. Who needs healing? Who needs damage boost? Accidentally fell down. It's fine. I mean, unfortunately I could have not healed him. Oh, this guy gets slapped. Almost dies. He gets healed, but that's fine. But notice, why am I not taking damage? Because I'm using natural cover. Pay attention. I started getting shot. Look, I noticed I'm taking some shots. Look, immediately, right after, behind a wall. Starting assessing the situation. This guy's not paying attention. What do I do? Flank. He's not paying attention. Dead. He wasn't paying attention. I surprised him. And again, look at the angle. Not behind my team. Flanking. Look at the angles that I'm taking. They can't do anything. They just can't do anything. So difficult for him to do anything. They're not paying attention. I off-angled him. He gets left. He died. I'm literally beating duelists. And look at the damage. Look at the insane amounts of damage in the off-angle. When my Starlord hit this guy, they're all looking up at him. Brrr. Little awkward to Mantis. Bam, 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 bam from the side. If they push me, I sleep or disengage. And if I have to, when I have my ultimate, I can just use my ultimate. Fight is over. Do I wait for my tank to go in? No, he happens to go in because he's a good player. But I go shoot. I don't care. I go shoot. I'm not waiting. Not staying behind a wall and healing. I want to shoot. I want to damage. Here, almost got a kill. Helps me build ult charge, do a bunch of stuff. Of course, I'm not overextending. I heard they're capping points, so I just went to get a kill. And back to the damage, Always looking for the damage. Uptime, damage. Spamming the choke, but then after spamming the choke, you'll see in a second how I'm about to create an off angle on the raccoon. Here, the raccoon is stuck. Let's see what I can do here. Wall, I can push the off angle immediately. Look. Push him out of the off angle. And I keep standing next to a wall. If they shoot me, I'm just gonna go around the wall, and I keep spamming the choke. Always damage. Always, look at the amount of damage they can do on Mantis. That's why it's such a strong hero to carry with. Look at the amount of damage Mantis does. Look, kill. Here we're going in because we have the advantage. They're low. I push the advantage. I realize, okay, this is the respawn door. Probably not smart to overextend. Let's go back. They force an ultimate. But notice, I have my ultimate, which means that I know I'm not going to die. While my team is going back and they're full HP, so they don't really need my help, I decide to stay on the flank. Why? Because they're gonna rush the point. They don't know I'm here. And check this out. Look what I'm about to do. Slip. I click my Q. Perfect. They looked at me, I was about to die, and I just flanked their supports. Why am I not afraid? One, because if I go for their supports, it means that they also have no healing, and at least we have one person to heal and they have none, because I just flanked them. I essentially killed two supports by flanking. Why? Because Mantis does so much damage. This guy's trying to touch. I sleep him so he can't touch, and also so we're able to kill him. But look how perfectly I played that last fight. Constantly doing damage. So what do we learn? One, constantly do damage. Number two, don't just sit behind your team and shoot. Always find any opportunity to create an off angle. What is an off angle? Another point of pressure from your team. Your team is left, you're right. Sometimes when you have your ulti, or when the map is short, like when you're playing King of the Hill, and the map is very, very small, and you can go for flanks and come back very fast, do it. They chase you, worst case scenario, use a sleep, or just simply disengage. It's not always about getting a kill. It's very important to distract, so they use your resources, so they stop looking at your team, and if they don't look at your team, means they can shoot them, which means you don't have to heal that often. Damage carries games. Healing only carries as much as your team is able to carry. You want to heal your teammates when they're going to die if you don't. You want to click your Q when your teammates will die if you don't. Just because you hear an ulti doesn't mean that you should pop your ulti immediately. You should pop your ulti when your teammate will die. If the enemy Starlord uses an ulti and hits nobody, you don't need to click Q. You have to wait until they drop some HP and then you click Q. And of course, use your sleep to protect yourself from flankers, divers, or your teammates from dying. If the enemy Wolverine just jumps on your tank, you can sleep him to save his life. But again, damage for yourself, most important. Damage boosting somebody that's doing the most amount of damage in a given moment. Could be Iron Man in the sky, could be your Magneto just in the front line chilling and shooting everybody. And you shoot, and the rest, you just heal. Rinse and repeat. By the way, what I forgot to mention, you always want to be playing next to natural cover. If you get shot, oh, I'm next to a wall. I'm next to a wall. Oh, I'm behind a trash can. Oh, I'm getting shot. I'm behind a tree. And the great thing about this game is that it's third person. You can literally see people just when you're hiding behind walls. You don't really lose out on awareness anyways. Another thing, you want to keep a relative distance. What does that mean? You want to keep distance so you can hit your shots reliably, because we have established that it's very difficult to hit shots from far away. The closer you are, the easier it is. But you don't want to be in front of the enemies because, again, you will die. So, what is the perfect distance? It depends on any given moment. Like, for example, if you're in front of Winter Soldier, it's out of his hook range. So you can shoot at him, but he can hook you. He can shoot at you, but if you use cover really well, it's going to be very difficult for him to win. Now, sometimes you won't use cover if they're not looking at you, and then you don't need cover. And sometimes you're going to make an aggressive play, an aggressive high-risk, high-reward type of flank when you lost one, or if you have your ultimate can save yourself, that's also fine. Let's see if we can find another game. Oh, look at this. Again, highest kills in the lobby. Almost 21k damage. I have a Namor with the same amount of damage. My Namor has the same amount of damage as me. 21k damage. 36 kills, 11 deaths, which is a lot, and 32 assists, which means that I've been assisting my team. It's not like I'm not healing them or damage boosting. I am, but I'm helping them out. Let's see another example. Look, 23 kills, 4 deaths, 39 assists. A lot. 14k, almost 15k damage. I have the same amount of damage as the enemy Namor. I have more damage than enemy Namor and Psylocke. I have almost the same amount of damage as my Wolverine. Let's look at this one, for example. I'm going to show you how I carried off angles and how I perfectly heal everybody and how I damage boost everyone that needs damage boosting. Hey, by the way, it's the same map, surprisingly. Again, I go here to spam the choke point, and you'll see in a second. Boom, I heal, I damage boost my Doctor Strange because I'm in position to damage. I heal some my Magneto when he needs it. But fine. But notice, not with a team. I can heal them, I can damage boost, but I'm creating another point of pressure. But as soon as I can, I move to a position where I can reliably hit my sleep if they need any help. Hit the sleep to take some pressure off my team. Unfortunately, I didn't pay to Doctor Strange, and I find myself very close to him, but I still try to fight back. I'm not turning my head away, trying to fight back. I have my cocoon here. Here I decided to rest myself at the back so I can engage from the flank. And now look, because I re-engage from the flank, I don't know how I fly here, by the way. I re-engage from the flank. Look, the enemy team has to look at me. Look, I don't even get killed. They're all looking at me and trying to chase me, which helps my team push the choke for free. For free. Absolutely free. Look what happens. My team pushed through the choke, almost kills the enemy Mantis. And now they have to chase me. Look, they use abilities, trying to protect themselves, all because I just exist here. Unfortunately, I did something stupid and stayed there a little bit too long. But that was me being greedy. But if I were to disengage a little bit earlier, would have been fine. But it was just me being stupid. But look, my team is able to cap it. Just an example. Yes, I made a mistake, but look what ended up happening. I distracted the enemies, forced the resource, they all chase me. My team just caps the point. And I believe we essentially even win this fight. I believe. I think we do. Because they had no Mantis in Doctor Strange. No, we don't. My bad. But look how much we've managed to cap. Have my ultimate, so I'm going to pop it. Unfortunately, it was slightly too late. But look, I pop my ultimate, what do? I pop my ultimate immediately. Off angle, go kill, go fight. Create an off angle. Why? Because I'm not going to die my ultimate. I stay here a little bit too much, and I eventually get pinched out. And that's just me feeding 3 times in a row. But you see how much value I'm getting out of the off angles. Yes, I died. I should have not died. I should have not extended that much. But you'll see how I adjust really, really well here. Magneto is using ultimate. I immediately create an off angle. It's me overextending a bit, but it's fine. But look, I see that Winter Soldier's moving towards me. I get out of his hook range. Look. And look how much pressure I'm applying. I'm not sitting behind my team. Look at the pressure. The enemy Winter Soldier tried to hide from my Namor by using this wall that you see in front of you, but he couldn't hide from me. Why? Because I'm sitting on the off angle. Look at the pressure. My team is going to the right. Look, left. Look at the pressure. He slept me. He missed some shots. I sleep him. I kill him. I died to Psylocke ulti. But still, we played that fight very, very well. Make sure everybody's healed up. I'm fighting, keeping distance, trying to use cover. I sleep Psylocke here. And I kill the Psylocke because sleep lets you essentially 1v1 most flankers. Psylocke went to kill me. Sleep, dead. Try to off-angle this guy. I noticed that I was about to die. Look what ended up happening. I got flanked by the enemy Mantis. I'm low HP. What do? I click Q to save my life. And by the way, by extension, she made a mistake, which is basically use her ulti because I use mine. Nonsense. If she would have realized, probably doesn't need the ulti. I off-angle the cloak here, force out of position, but I'm just circling around the point. Left side, right side, always moving, always off-angling, never just sitting behind my team as much as I can. Oh, they're coming from the left, from the right. I move to the left. Always moving around, applying pressure, creating angles. For some reason, the Doctor Strange doesn't die, which is a little bit insane, but it's fine. But constantly shooting. Rule number 1, uptime. Constantly shoot. Number 2, off angle. Don't be behind your team just spamming. Move, left, right. Make people chase you. Make people use abilities on you. Look at this. Perfection. Essentially, I'm playing a third duelist. I get slept, but it's fine. I'm not afraid to be aggressive. They're dying, I push in. I'm not just sitting behind 50 miles away. Man, how are all these Grandmaster players hitting such shots? Because they don't sit across the map 50 miles away. We play close to the enemies where we can reliably hit our shots. Damage for the fight. Fight's over. Look, I'm the first guy here. Nobody's even here. I don't care. Tank, no tank. I go do damage for the fight. That's what I do. Why? To build ult charge. Maybe get a kill. Maybe force cooldowns. Maybe make them panic a bit. They push forward. I go back. I see a guy here on the left. What do? Sleep. Dead. Oh, Mantis by herself over there? You're dead. Isolated killable target. You're dead. Perfect. Enemies go back. I go forward. Apply the pressure. Apply pressure. But I don't extend by myself. I wait for my tanks to kind of go forward because I don't want to face enemies by myself. Because there's no off angle to create there. Just a narrow, small choke point. But look, immediately what do? Try to find any angle that I can. I'm going to spam like, okay, maybe I go right side. Maybe I go right side. I'm just checking the flank. It's not me going right side. I'm just checking the flank because last time they tried to flank me. But look, I'm going left. I hear a TP, but what do? I go left. I try to create an angle. Any angle that I can. I missed the sleep, but that's okay. But look, I'm always next to cover. Notice that as soon as the Mantis looked at me, I immediately put myself next to this. Just in case that if I take damage, I can use the wall to protect myself. I see my team is low. I click Q. Unfortunately, I was a little bit late, but that's okay. Unfortunately, the enemies push forward with ultimates, and I end up probably dying, but that's okay. And we lose this one. I played great with the off angle. That just stay too long, push too far forward, no cover, and that's why I die, right? I mean, even though my off angles were great, my uptime was great, I just kept feeding over and over, and that was a big mistake. But let's see if I make any adjustments, which, by the way, spoiler alert, I do. What adjustments I can make to win the round. So, another example. Fight starts, where am I? Distance, next to cover. Fog, fight starts. I'm trying to create some sort of an off angle. I can't see anything. I went a little bit too far forward, but it's fine. Try to kill a Psylocke, I don't know where she is, because there's fog. But look. Fight starts, I'm with my team until I can create an off angle. You'll see in a second. Check this out. My team is on the left. I'm like, oh, can I go to the right? Spend some damage? Which I do. I get a kill from the off angle. The enemy Namor was busy dealing with my Penny Parker. I shot him from the side. This guy was not paying attention. Why? Because I'm on an off angle. He's busy with my team. I get him from the side. That's the most reliable way to surprise enemies and get kills. The off angles are so good. I'm not sitting here and waiting for something to happen. I damage always before the fight, in the fight. Create pressure, apply pressure. Yes, I'm not hitting any shot, but if they were to look at me and use an ability, it would be really good. Oh, Doctor Strange on me. Don't care. The enemies used their Mantis ulti. I see my team is kind of overextended and they're fighting and they're losing some health. I use my ulti and that worked out really well because Doctor Strange also uses ulti, which helped me protect my teammates. I constantly do damage, but notice, immediately. Fight starts, I'm not kiting back to where my team is necessarily. I'm kiting back to the room where I can maneuver around. Here I didn't know you can break the glass. I figured out like 2 seconds later. But look, always damaging. From the off angle, next to cover. Oh, they're pushing me. I'm probably dead here. No, not. I'm fine. I heal, make sure nobody dies. And I'm staying on the right side. I realize right side has no value. What do? Start leaning left. Moving left. Next to cover. Look, I almost catch this guy. I missed some shots, but that's fine. But notice, the more he drifts away from me, the further he goes away. All of a sudden, I can't hit any shot. Yes, you don't hit shots. We also don't hit shots from far away. I'm a Grandmaster player. Managed to get a kill. Why? Because this guy didn't look. Off angle, got a kill. They all looked at me. I disengaged. That's the mistake that I learned from. I didn't get greedy. I got my kill. Even if I didn't get the kill, they look at me. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm getting out. Distancing myself next to cover. I see Psylocke over there. I distance myself from the Psylocke. I realize she's low. By the way, notice, Mantis is so ridiculous. I almost beat Psylocke in a 1v1. And all of you, but healers shouldn't do that much damage. If healers, supports, by the way, if supports wouldn't have the ability to damage, how the hell would you win? I sleep him, try to get him. But notice, I'm playing super aggressive. They're losing numbers. They're dying. They're low. They're on the ropes. I attack. I apply pressure. But notice where I am. Again, not with the team. Off angling. Next to cover. I'm good. Accidentally fell down. Happens. Don't know the map that much yet. Damage for the fight. No waiting for my tank to go hold a choke. And by the way, notice here, I have my ulti again. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can go for a flank. He missed the sleep. I hate the sleep. And he's dead. I'm not afraid. Again, from the off angle. Saying, actually, not even off angle. Why am I here so aggressive, even though I said you shouldn't be aggressive on the flank? The answer is very simple. I have my ultimate. I'm just playing aggressive before I have to pop my ultimate. I see the team fight is brewing up. Everybody's fighting. People are losing health. I know I'm gonna need to pop my ulti anyway, so might as well just play aggressive and get the most amount of damage before I have to use my ultimate. It might look like I popped my ulti because the Mantis used her ulti, but it's not the case. I saw my Strange was in trouble. Just wanted to go and help him. Yeah, try to help. Not enough. By the way, the only mistake that I've made here is after my ultimate was over, in the last second I didn't use it to disengage. I still just was a little bit too close and end up almost dying for it. But the only reason why I don't die, because look, 20 HP, behind cover, Strange shields me, I get out. I mean, I almost get out. But the only reason why I almost am able to get out is because look, use cover. Over here. They can't shoot me through a wall. And then I saw the Strange helping me. I came back. I read, do I go with my team? No. Off angle. Try to even get a sleep from behind. Fly pressure. They're looking. Doctor Strange pushing. Look, how many resources? Doctor Strange pushing. Now more looking. Mantis turning around. Unfortunately, my other support and I were not here to help us Strange, but that was kind of his mistake for overextending. He got arrested and died again. Fight starts, I'm applying pressure, and again, to the off angle. Here is me being greedy, and I die because I'm greedy. I thought I could take the 1v1. That's an ego thing. If you feel like you're losing the 1v1, just disengage. Don't be stupid like me. Fight starts with the team, trying to see if I can create an off angle in a second. Dodging the ulti. Perfect. I have my ulti. I see my team is in trouble. I'm about to click Q in a second, probably, if I had to guess. Yep. Don't care. I have my ultimate. And he died through the ultimate. It's fine. Happens. I disengage immediately. Try to sleep him, but he had Magneto shield. And now we are back to the damage. Look at the damage from the off angle. Not behind my tanks. From the off angle. Because they're looking at my team. I just shoot at the people who are not looking. I sleep Adam Warlock in case he wanted to res. I didn't know if he had it or not. And we win the round. Perfection. Almost a perfect round besides some mistakes, but I can play perfectly. It's fine.
30 seconds before you attack.
Fight starts. Same map. Flying pressure. Look. Constantly shooting, and looking back at my team. Who needs healing? Who needs damage boost? This guy's by himself. Why am I afraid? I'm not afraid. I can beat him on a 1v1, which I do. I mean, it's not really a 1v1, just got flanked, off angled. But notice I'm always trying to walk with, not with my team as much as I can. Create angles off of them. Let's keep this going. Boom. Over here. Trying to create any angle. Next to cover. Flying pressure. I know this Mantis is on top, by the way. Mantis are on top. What I do? Flank. Boom. Get a kill from the flank. Pretty quick. Flying pressure. But look at the angle. I mean, they're forced to use ultimates. They lost the Mantis. The only reason why I'm able to get a kill is because Mantis was not paying attention. She got flanked. Could I still heal? Yes. Could I still damage boost? Yes. But I keep damage to myself and keep applying pressure. I have my ulti, so I'm not afraid to play aggressive. This guy again gets caught off guard. He gets slept and dies. Sleep, such strong ability. This guy's trying to push. I don't care. I have my ultimate. He misses sleep. Playing Mantis like a DPS. I kill two. I kill a DPS and I kill a support. Just go in. We have the advantage. I push. They use 3 ultis. I saw Magneto ulti. I saw Doctor Strange ulti. So what do I do? Pop my ulti. And with that, I'm also playing aggressive. Notice again, creating an off angle. Oh, Loki? Loki, what are you doing? Exactly, you're getting off angle, buddy. I mean, I'm forced to take a 1v1. Ideally, it's not an ideal situation for me, but I got slipped. I'm forced to take a 1v1, so I'll take it. I'm not turning my head away and running away. If I need to take the fight, I'll take the fight. Because if I turn my head away, I will just die and end up winning the duel. Because I'm very good.
We are on our way to victory. My anger is healthy.
Fight is over. Don't care if my tank is standing or not. I'm going to do damage for the fight. I'm looking to poke. I'm looking to do any damage, form some ult charge, possibly get a kill. The reason why I stopped is because I realized that maybe I can set up for a flank or they actually no, I remember we called they're gonna use a portal. But I'm already setting up for a portal. Look, spamming. But where am I spamming? With my team? No, I'm creating an off angle myself. Look at the pressure that I'm applying. Headshots. Probably help somebody here.
I am here mode.
Again, immediately I see the fight is breaking out. I'm looking for opportunities. Who's by himself? Who can I kill? Oh, my Loki needs help. Doctor Strange low. Let's go. Doctor Strange can die. I don't know how he got healed to full, but...
Us against the world.
have my sleep here. Let's see what I do with it. Of course, I make sure that I constantly do damage. Apply pressure. Try to heal as much as I can. This guy got slept. By the way, I see Magneto. I sleep him. I don't shoot him. I just run away because Mantis I can kill. Moon Knight I can kill. Magneto full HP I cannot kill in the sleep. So just get out. Probably die here, yeah. Do I get slept and I die here? If we lose the team fight, it's not a big deal. I rest myself over here. Where exactly? On the off angle. I missed the sleep. That's unfortunate. It is what it is. I see that she's low, not getting healed. I get a kill. And immediately I see Doctor Strange pushing. I get out. I just get out. Again, see my tank. This guy, Star-Lord, is by himself over there. He's on the off angle. I heal my Penny Parker, and immediately she's healed up. She's good. Where do I go? For Star-Lord. Sleep him. He should die. Perfect. I used the first second to heal, and after that, I want to take a 1v1 against the Star-Lord. I notice he can get res, so I just chase him, make sure he doesn't res. Yeah, perfect. And now, back to the damage. Always doing damage. Damage for the fight, or set up, or flank, or whatever. Shooting, shooting, shooting. Not making it easy for them. Sitting on the off angle, not sitting behind my team. Waiting. Who can I flank? Who can I catch off guard? Forced an ultimate, by the way. Why? Because sitting on the flank shooting. Let's assume for a second, the Mantis would turn around. What would I do? Something very simple. Try to kill the Mantis, can't with a Loki shield. She would turn around. Boop. Bye-bye. Back up. Go up. And I'm fine. Next to cover, I'm good. My back is not against the walls, what I'm saying. And I forced the Mantis ulti, by the way. I ended up dying because I overextended a bit, but it's fine. But you see the adjustments from the first round? All of a sudden, I'm not super greedy and running in front of the enemies if I don't have my ultimate or if I don't have a disengaged path. My team is doing a great job cleaning him up. Not cleaning him up. Get a sleep. Try to get a sleep. He's getting shielded. That was another mistake. Just look. Like what is that? That's something that you would see in gold. Running in front of enemies in the middle of the point. No cover. Now, again, I'm not giving you excuses because I'm not the type of guy to give excuses. But before I saw this, I assumed this area was open, and I'm still not aware of how kind of the map changes, but I don't like to give excuses, so I'm just going to say this was a dumb mistake you'll probably see in your gold games. Instead, what could have I done? Quite simple. I would have just stayed here, kept shooting from the off angle for some reason, make them chase me, and I would have been fine. There's no reason for me to be in front of the enemies to endanger myself. I can do damage without endangering myself. Yes, it's going to be harder to shoot and hit from here. Yes, but on the other hand, it's a lot more danger. It's going to be more difficult for me to win the fight if I die. I'm always looking for damage, by the way. Notice, not waiting for anybody. I'm not running, of course, to the enemy front line, but I'm shooting for the fight. Just because you're shooting for the fight doesn't mean you have to run to the enemy team. It just means that you're shooting far away. Doing any damage you can, building an ult charge. I'm not looking, I try to kind of poke them out. Look, next to cover, I'm fine, next to cover. But they're allocating resources to me. Sigma use a shield. That's Sigma. Sorry, Magneto use a shield. I almost have my ulti, and I'm trying to apply pressure as much as I can. So here's the last fight. I have my ulti, and I'm trying to get a kill, and then as soon as my team engages, I just go in. Maybe in hindsight, I should have not used my ulti, but it worked out well because Doctor Strange used an ulti on me. Nobody's really in danger of dying, so I'm not sure why I click Q here. Try to sleep the Star-Lord, but he can't kill me because I'm in my ulti. But I'm staying next to cover so he can't kill me. And then what do? Again, continue applying pressure. Boop. Apply pressure. Damage. Damage. Trade an off angle. Look how I'm going up. Behind this Doctor Strange. Behind them, the Doctor Strange Magneto. Behind them. It's going behind them so they can't shield two places. Look, the Magneto's trying to shield my team. I shoot him in the back. Perfect. So here I know they are gonna be in panic to touch. but they don't touch and win the match. As you can see, by the way, funny enough, let me show you how many hours I have on Mantis, and I'm able to play her consistently on a high Grandmaster level. I've played this game. I'm Grandmaster 2. By the time you're gonna see the video, I'm gonna be Eternity or one above all. I don't know. Less than 33 hours. Look how many hours I have on Mantis. I have 7 hours on Mantis, and I'm able to be one of the best Mantis in the world. Why? Because she's very similar to my main in Overwatch, called Zenyatta. It's a mixture between Zenyatta and Ana. So, I understand how to play Zenyatta to be rank 1 in the world in Overwatch multiple times. I'm able to, in 7 hours, almost perfect the hero here, besides some obvious mistakes of walking too far forward, or getting caught in open space, or going to flank without sleep, or overextending in the flank. But overall, as you can see, constantly be shooting, constantly stick to off angle and flank. When should you flank? When your team doesn't need your healing. For example, if they're full HP and they're fine. If you have your ultimate, just in case the turnaround managed to get you, you can click Q and just continue applying pressure from the flank. And most importantly, just because you're on the flank, it doesn't mean that you need to get the kill. Just because you're on the off angle doesn't mean that you get a kill. Forcing their cooldowns, making them chase you, making them look at you, sometimes is good enough. The last thing you want to happen is for you to die. Because if you die, you can do damage. If you can do damage, you can carry the game. And you will lose. And you will stay in gold forever. And we don't want that. So this is a very simple way and the most practical way to play Mantis. I'm one of the best players in the world in Marvel Rivals, one of the best players in the world in Overwatch. I've had over 2 decades of competitive experience. I've been semi-professional on Counter-Strike 1.6, Global Offensive, Shootmania, Storm, any FPS title that you might think about. And I still find myself, even you saw in the replay, catching myself doing mistakes and calling myself out for it. I'm not saying the reason why I died is because Magneto didn't shield me. It's not I died because somebody didn't heal me. No, I died because I was in open space in front of a bunch of enemies. That's why I died. My fault, no one else's. And that's the mentality you should have.